Hey everyone, it's Matt. I want to tell you a little bit about the French folding knives that we are carrying. Um, these are sort of an all-purpose, everyday folding knife for the pocket, and they're made in France by the Opinel company, which is fairly well known. They've been around, I want to say, since the 1800s, at least since the early 1900s. And they were designed just as a French peasant knife, just an everyday carry knife for the average Joe. And even though they're known all around the world now, they're still pretty much that, just a high value everyday carry knife. And right now we have four styles in stock. They offer a number of different sizes, but we're just going to focus on number 8, which is their most popular size, and I think probably the most useful size. It's sort of the largest one that still fits comfortably in the pocket. And they have four different handles to choose from here. This is Beech, and this is the carbon steel and Beech handle, and I'll get into carbon steel versus stainless in a minute. This is also Beech, but it's unvarnished, and this is the stainless steel. This is oak, so it's a little more olive colored with a more defined grain, and then this top one is beautiful. It's walnut. And the defining feature of the Opinel knife is the locking ring. So the only moving part besides the blade, of course, is this locking ring. And you can lock your knife closed. As you can see, I can't open this now. That tab slides over the blade and prevents it from opening. And then you can unlock it there by lining up the slot. And then the knife slides open, and then you rotate the ring and it locks the knife open. So it can't close on you. I really appreciate the sort of the simplicity and the elegance of this style. There are quite a few different types of locking mechanisms on knives, and you don't see this one. I mean, I haven't seen it on any other knife, and it's pretty much foolproof. You can replace the ring if it ever popped off or wore out for whatever reason, but there's not a whole lot to go wrong with this knife, and that's one thing that I really like about it. It sort of has this rustic kind of class to it. I mean, I feel like it's a classy knife, even though it's really low cost. Um, if always feel really good about pulling one out of my pocket, no matter where I am, because I think it's got a sort of grace to it and a style. Um, Carbon steel versus stainless steel. So I am no knife or metal expert, but people who love their knives really like carbon steel. The deal with carbon steel is it tends to be harder than stainless steel, quality carbon steel, and so it holds its edge better. But strangely, even though it's harder, and this is where I don't quite understand metal, metallurgy, is that it actually often sharpens up more easily than stainless steel. So even though it can be harder, it sharpens more easily. So when you go to resharpen it, it's easier to do. On the flip side, carbon steel can rust. So if you get a carbon steel knife and it gets wet, you want to wipe it down before you close it up and put it away. It's nice to oil it periodically. Over time, it will develop sort of a gray patina, which protects it even more from rust. And apparently, you can force a patina by sticking it in a lemon. Something about the acidity of the lemon will make it force patina. I haven't done that, but I'll link up to that here. So, I personally carry the stainless steel. Both these Opinel and also the Mora knives that we carry, they're known to have really good stainless steel, which, unlike very cheap stainless steel, these do hold a good edge and they do sharpen up quite nicely. So it kind of just depends. The carbon steel is a little bit cheaper. I don't think you can go wrong. But if you tend to like your tools a little bit less maintenance, then the stainless will be better. This is the only one that's carbon. This beech, the walnut, and the oak all are the stainless. So these are the Opinels, the French folding knives. Really, really great value. Good little knives. Well, I think that about covers it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.